Hey everyone, welcome back. Grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and join us for another cozy conversation. I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. Today we're talking about a very useful topic, especially for English learners: how to improve communication skills in English.
That's right. And this episode will be a little educational because we're going to share practical tips and examples that you can use immediately.
I like that, because learning English is not only about grammar and vocabulary.
Exactly. Communication is the ability to express your ideas clearly and understand other people.
So, Mia, let me ask you a question. What is communication?
That's a good question. Communication is the process of sharing information, thoughts, feelings, and ideas with other people. So communication is much more than just speaking.
Absolutely. Good communication includes speaking, listening, pronunciation, body language, and even confidence.
That's interesting, because many learners only focus on grammar. Grammar is important, but communication is the final goal.
I totally agree. You can know thousands of words, but if you are afraid to speak, communication becomes difficult.
Exactly. So let's talk about the first communication skill: active listening.
What is active listening?
Active listening means paying full attention to the speaker and showing interest in what they are saying.
So instead of thinking about our answer, we should focus on understanding the other person.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Imagine someone says, "I had a difficult day at work." A bad listener might simply say, "Okay." But an active listener could say, "Really? What happened?"
That's a much better response because it keeps the conversation going.
Exactly. Asking follow-up questions is a very important communication skill. That's our second skill: asking questions.
Yes, questions make conversations more natural. Let's share some useful questions. You can ask, "How was your weekend?" Or, "What do you usually do in your free time?"
Another good one is, "Can you tell me more about that?"
I love that expression because native speakers use it all the time, and it shows genuine interest.
You know, many English learners worry because they don't know what to say next. But if you ask good questions, the other person will do most of the talking.
Now let's talk about another important skill: pronunciation.
Ah, yes. Pronunciation is very important because clear pronunciation helps people understand you. But many learners think they need a perfect accent.
And that's not true.
Exactly. The goal is not perfection. The goal is clarity.
So, how can learners improve pronunciation?
One great method is shadowing.
What is shadowing?
Shadowing means listening to a native speaker and immediately repeating what they say, like copying their pronunciation and rhythm. For example, you hear someone say, "It's a beautiful day today," and then you repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it.
Yes, this improves pronunciation, stress, and intonation.
Intonation is another important word.
Right. Intonation means the rise and fall of your voice when speaking. For example, when asking a question, our voice often goes up.
Exactly. Listen to this. "Are you busy today?" The voice rises at the end. But in a statement, the voice usually goes down. "I am busy today."
Small differences like these can make your English sound more natural.
I totally agree.
Another communication skill is learning useful expressions.
Yes, because native speakers often use chunks of language.
What do you mean by chunks?
Chunks are groups of words that are commonly used together.
By the way, to be honest, that makes sense.
I use that expression all the time. Learning expressions is often more useful than memorizing difficult vocabulary.
Exactly, because communication becomes faster and more natural.
Let's talk about another important skill: confidence.
Ah, yes. Many learners know English, but they lack confidence.
Why do you think that happens?
Why do you think that happens? But mistakes are actually part of learning. Think about children. They make mistakes every day, yet they continue speaking. That's why they improve. So making mistakes is normal.
Here's a question for everyone listening.
Oh, I love these.
What mistake are you afraid of making in English? Pronunciation, grammar, forgetting words? Remember that mistakes are teachers.
Beautifully said.
Another useful communication technique is paraphrasing. Yeah, paraphrasing means expressing an idea using different words.
Why is that useful?
Because sometimes we forget vocabulary. For example, imagine you forget the word dictionary. You could say, it's a book or app that explains words.
That's brilliant, because communication can continue.
Native speakers also do this sometimes.
Another important communication skill is body language. Communication is not only about words. Smiling, eye contact, and facial expressions are also important. They help people feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Have you ever talked to someone who never smiled?
It feels difficult sometimes.
It really does.
A simple smile can make communication easier.
I totally agree.
Let's talk about fluency.
Good idea.
Many learners want to speak fluently.
Yes, but fluency doesn't mean speaking quickly.
That's an important point.
Fluency means expressing your ideas smoothly and naturally. So speaking fast is not the same as speaking fluently. Sometimes speaking slowly is actually better, especially if it helps people understand you.
I totally agree.
So what can learners do every day?
They can listen to podcasts, watch English videos, read aloud, practice shadowing, keep a speaking diary, and talk to themselves in English. It sounds funny, but it really works.
It definitely does.
Before we finish, let's review today's communication skills.
Great idea.
Number 1, active listening. Number 2, asking questions. Number 3, improving pronunciation. Number 4, learning useful expressions. Number 5, building confidence. Number 6, paraphrasing when you forget words. And number 7, using positive body language.
These small habits can greatly improve your communication skills.
Remember, communication is a skill, and every skill improves with practice.
You don't need perfect English. You simply need the courage to communicate.
Thanks for spending this cozy and educational time with us.
We hope you learned something useful today. And maybe you'll practice one of these skills after this episode.
Take care of yourself. And remember, every conversation is an opportunity to learn.
Keep speaking, keep listening, and keep growing. See you next time. Bye, everyone.